Woo! Well, I just got done shooting a bunch of BMWs on the track, which was super fun. But I figured this is as good a time as any to show you guys what is in my camera bag. But first, roll some B-roll or something. The obvious place to start is with the camera bag itself. And for me, I use the LowPro ProTactic 450 AW2. Kind of a mouthful, but this is still the best bag I have ever used. It's the same bag that I've been using for years. And honestly, I don't see this bag going anywhere anytime soon. This thing is amazing. You have tons of little strappy areas that you can attach things. You got stuff for a tripod. Up here, you got a nice hard shell. You got little pockets everywhere, like on the side here for easy access. You got little pockets up here. One of my personal favorites is that it opens from the back, so no one can steal your things while you're in the airport. Absolute best bag that I have ever used, and I think it's gonna still be with me for years to come. The camera that I use every single day is the EOS R6. This is my go-to for everything, and I like it so much that I have two of them. There's one filming me right now. There's one right here. I have them as an A/B cam as a backup. I use these for all of my photo work, all of my daily video work. If I need anything a little more intense, I have other stuff for that. But this is just the stuff that is in my camera bag that goes everywhere with me. You get like 4K 60 with full AF. The overheating is not really a problem anymore. I've never even gotten a warning. So anybody saying that it is a problem, I don't know what you're filming or if you're filming on the surface of the sun, but I have yet to have any issues with either of these cameras, even through all the firmware updates and little bugs that they may have had. You get dual SD cards, and now you can record to both cards. They've added C-Log 3 to this thing. It is just an absolute powerhouse. I love this camera. Before I get into the lenses that I put on my R6s, I use all EF glass pretty much. So I'm going to need a RF to EF adapter. And these ones here with the drop-in filters are my absolute favorite because I just don't have to keep unscrewing and screwing like filters on the front of my lenses every time that I want to change. It speeds up my workflow so much, and I absolutely love these little things. They're a little bit pricey, but hopefully you just need to buy it once and then you don't need to buy a bunch of different size filters or a bunch of step-up rings and have to deal with all that garbage because it just streamlines your workflow so well. Absolutely love having these behind the lens. For lenses, I pretty much only use two of them all the time. There's only two that live in my bag, and that is the Canon 16-35 f2.8 version 3. This one basically lives on my R6 at all times. Usually this is the lens that is filming these videos right here, but I gotta show it, so I gotta use something else. And the other one is the Canon 85mm f1.4, the image stabilized version. I would bring my 24-70 all the time, but I have an older one. It's a Tamron, the G1, and it's great. It gets the job done. I've shot tons of just professional projects with it. It gets the job done, but I'm starting to get kind of annoyed with it because it's slowing down a little bit for my taste, and the IBIS in the R6 does not work with that Tamron lens, which is really annoying, and also why I pretty much stick now to the Canon lenses when I need modern autofocus lenses. Sometimes I will also bring the lens that is on the camera right now, which is the 24mm 1.4 version 2. Love that lens, especially for gimbal work. And before I get into all the accessories and little knickknacks that I carry on, there is another camera that has been living in my camera bag and I bring everywhere. And that is the Fujifilm X-E4. This might be my new favorite photo camera. I am quickly growing madly in love with this thing. If you may have seen my video from last year, I had a Canon AE1 film camera in my bag. And that's what I used to take a few film photos with here and there. But I have recently discovered the Fujifilm film simulations, and it's one of my favorite things. Some of you are gonna hate me because it's not actual film, but this is one of my favorite things to just go out and just shoot photos. I only use like manual lenses with like manual aperture and everything. And I just go out and I shoot this like it's a film camera. And it's so great. Also, it's tiny. It's smaller than my iPhone. It's kind of nuts how just incredibly tiny this is. And honestly, if you have I think it's the Pancake 27mm lens, it'll pretty much fit in your pocket, which is kind of nuts. And I kind of love it. Just having a really tiny, just compact, just kick ass little setup. I love it. Also, it'll film like 240 frames a second in 1080, which is kind of nuts. It does higher frame rates than the R6. I've just been having the absolute time of my life with this little Fujifilm X-E4. The lens that I have on this Fujifilm X-E4 at the moment is the TT Artisans 23mm f1.4, which is about a 35mm equivalent on full frame. On the front, the filter that I'm currently using is a Tiffin Glimmerglass 1 filter. It softens the image just a little bit and kind of gives it this nice kind of glow without making it look like a 90s soap opera, which is nice. And it just kind of really sells that like film look. So honestly though, I have been just absolutely loving every second with this camera, and there will be many videos to come on this page all about this camera and my experience shooting with it. So if you are interested in that or excited, or if there's anything specific that you want me to check out or test with this camera, let me know in the comments, because I am so excited to start making content just all about this. It's my first camera that I've ever bought just for fun, and it's the first photo camera that I've ever bought that isn't a Canon, so watch out. For the microphones that are in my bag, I have a Rode VideoMic Pro Plus, which is just great for whenever you just need a quick like audio clip that's high quality. And this actually is what used to film all of these videos before I have now revamped my audio setup. Hopefully it sounds better, let me know. And then also I use the Rode Wireless Go. This is the first one, not the second one, because I got it before the second one came out. And there's not been too many situations where I've needed to film two different subjects at the same time. So I've just been kind of rocking with the OG Rode Wireless Go. Obviously, we have our lens cleaning kit. We have our little Zeiss one, obviously. And then we've got our little blower to get all the dust off. I hope that didn't just completely ruin the audio for that. Does that sound awful? Oh, that's bad. It's just peaking hard, isn't that? Whoops. I also carry this little memory card hard case. This thing's great. They're probably all, oh no, there they are. All these little random SD cards we have in here. Just always great to have backups in case a card fails or you fill one up. So, and then also I've got cards inside the R6s as well. One of my favorite things in my bag is this little battery pouch that I just found on Amazon. It's this canvas material. It holds 4 batteries. So I've just got it stocked up with 4 of the LPE6 batteries, so I can swap it out whenever the batteries in the R6 dies. But it's so nice to just have them all in one place and not have them just bouncing all around in like a pocket or whatnot, because they will fall out and you will lose them, and they're not really cheap. One new addition to my camera bag is Apple AirTags. These things are excellent, so you don't lose all your stuff. I basically just have it in my bag in a hidden compartment, so good luck stealing my bag. And basically this is just so in case I lose it or someone steals it, or if I just forgot where I left my bag, like if I forgot to bring it up from my car, then yeah, then I can check on where my bag is. So these are very helpful. I wish that cameras had these like built in so you could just sync it to your phone, because it's so handy just to pull stuff up and be like, oh, that's where it is, or that's where I left it. Very, very handy. I also have these on like my wallet and my keys, because I lose everything. This little multi-tool from Small Rig lives in my bag. I love this thing. It is so handy whenever you're like on set trying to like build up a rig or take stuff down, or when I'm shooting a car and I need to like put a different plate on the back of it so we can get like the dealership's brand or whatever on the back. So handy just to always have all these little tools at a moment's notice. The laptop that I take with me, let me see if I can get it over here without knocking everything off, is the MacBook Pro, the 13-inch, the M1. I haven't upgraded to the M1 Pro or the M1 Max yet, but still absolutely loving this laptop. Great, absolutely love it, but it's all plugged into my home desktop system right now. So here it is. It's just got cables running off the side. But honestly, that laptop is so killer for the price. It gets everything done that I need it to, and it does it almost completely silent. I edit like all of my red footage on that computer and it just takes it like a champ. On the topic of Apple, one thing that I have invested in this past year is the iPhone 13 Pro. I used to just get the budget iPhone, whatever was available at the time. Like my last one was the iPhone XR, because I didn't need any of the like photo or video specs at all, because if I needed that, that's what I have a bunch of camera stuff for. So I was like, I don't need it. But honestly, I have absolutely loved having I want to call it a professional camera system, but I've absolutely loved having a really good camera system just in my pocket at all times. I've actually shot full client projects, photo and video, just on this phone, and they didn't even notice. It was, so I guess they know now if they're watching, but absolutely been loving this phone. I've been planning on making a couple videos talking about it from, I guess, my perspective, or a photo video person's perspective. So if you would like to see that, also let me know down in the comments. Would love to make that video. I'm probably going to make it anyway, but let me know because it'll make me do it faster. One of the final things that I have in my bag is some Burt's Bees chapstick, because when your lips hurt real bad, this is what you need. Although I'm quickly realizing I need to take this one out because it is all gunked up because it's been sitting in my bag for so long and it's been so hot a lot of these days. So that's disgusting, and that will be leaving my bag immediately and replaced with a brand new one. And that is it. That is everything that I keep in my camera bag on a regular basis. There's a little bit less than last year, I believe. I've been kind of trimming the fat. I've been getting rid of the stuff that I don't really use and just keeping in the stuff that I use all the time. Like I think I had a few more lenses last year. But I don't use that many other lenses for my day-to-day photo work. So basically just those two lenses stay in my bag at all times. And that is going to do it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and subscribing. It greatly helps this channel grow. I will be posting a ton more this year than I did last year. I meant to post a lot more last year, but this year I'm making it my goal. Hit the ground running, let's go. Even though it's already like the almost the end of February. Whoops. But I'm very excited for the things that I have planned video-wise. Lots of fun content coming out. If you have any ideas yourself, let me know down in the comments. I would absolutely love to read those and check those out. And with all that being said, I will see you guys in the next one.